Folks, I'm Ronald Mehta and welcome back to Digiate.com, a platform where we make life simple for management students worldwide. In this video on the subject of retail management, we are going to cover the topic of HRM in retail. The video highlights the importance of people as an employees in the retail industry value chain and the importance of human resource professionals in the industry. The video also throws light on supportive HRM practices from the likes of Walmart, Nike, Gymshark, and Starbucks. Human resource professionals' primary focus in the retail industry is people, in order to serve the company's customers better. For the HR professional, this means having the right talent, attract talent, ensuring talent is trained, engaged, and retained through appropriate policies. If the employees whose duty is to convince the shopper and make them buy are not trained and motivated, results will not be as desired. Moving on to the functions of human resource objectives in retailing. The first, functional objectives. Functional objectives help a retailer to enhance the role of its employees within the organization through provision of information, advice, facilities, and training. The store employees stand on their feet from 8 to 9 hours a day, thus making the job physically demanding and expressively draining. Retailing is therefore termed as a hard and rigorous business. Next in line are the organizational objectives. It involves HR planning, maintaining good relations with employees, selection, training and development, appraisal, and assessment. The HRM department coordinates the activities of the rest of the organization to achieve the organizational mission. Moving on to the third objective, social objectives. The retailing segment entails direct interaction with its customers. Hence, it is important for a retailer to satisfy the existing needs and wants of the society. The organization which ignores this aspect may soon find itself out of competition. And finally, personal objectives. Personnel objectives of the employees must be fulfilled if a retailer is serious about long-term survival of its organization. If organizational efforts are only directed towards profit maximization, sooner or later it will become difficult for the retailing firm to retain or maintain its employees. Moving on to human resource functions in retailing. They start with the job analysis and design, followed by recruitment, selection, placement, training and development, performance management, compensation and benefits, which include salaries, and finally, labor or worker relations. Let's take a quick stab at each one of them, starting with job analysis and design. Job analysis is the process of describing the operations, duties, and responsibilities of the job. In order to recruit retail employees on a scientific and rational basis, it becomes necessary to determine in advance the requirements of the job. Next, recruitment. The success of any retail organization largely depends upon the team of efficient store employees who are chosen out of a number of applicants for the job. Recruitment is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for the jobs in the organization. Next, selection. Once the recruitment process is rolled out, it is followed by the stage of selection. Selection is a process by which qualified and suitable store employees are selected based on their skills, abilities, and capability. Next, placement. Placement means offering of the job to the finally selected candidates. Once selected, the candidates are placed on the jobs according to their capabilities and organizational requirements. Keep in mind, this stage is very important because if there is misplacement of employees on different jobs, they might quit early. Moving on, training and development. After selecting the most suitable and eligible candidates in the organization, the next step of human resource department are to arrange for the training. All types of jobs require some type of training for their efficient performance, and therefore, all employees, new or old, should be trained from time to time. Next, performance management. Performance management entails evaluating the performance of each employee based on quantitative factors such as targets achieved. Evaluating performance of employees periodically allows retailers gain access to the reliable, timely information that drives better decisions when concerned with employees. Next, compensation and benefits. Compensation and benefits are not only the concern of the organization, but are equally important for the workers and employees to maintain their social image. Its main objective is to establish a fair and equitable remuneration to all and provide incentives for greater employees' productivity. For effective implementation of compensation plans, the HR department should be aware about benefits given to the employees in similar kind of other retail organizations. And finally, the term labor relations. The HR manager is responsible for the control of labor, that means workers and employees. Employees differ in nature and therefore it is but natural that due to any communication gap, labor relations may spoil within the organization. Thus, it is the responsibility of HR manager to maintain harmony and relations in the organization. Now moving on to several examples in the HRM space in the retail industry, starting off with Nike. Amidst the after effects of the pandemic, Nike gave their staff a week off to support their mental health. Head office employees at Nike were allowed to take a week off to support their mental health before they returned to work amidst the pandemic. Nike's head of Insight, Matt Marazzo, had a few words. He said, "Do not work," adding that past year has been rough and members of staff were living through a traumatic event. Take the time to unwind, de-stress and spend time with your loved ones. It's not just a week off for the team. It's an acknowledgement that we can prioritize mental health and still get work done. Moving on to the next example of Walmart. Walmart ranked among the top 4 largest employees of SNAP and medical benefits in the States, employing an estimated 14,500 workers who receive food stamps. McDonald's was also in the list in the top 5 for at least 9 states and was set to employ nearly 8,800 workers who received the specific assistance. Next, a couple of examples of Amazon, starting with the first one, which is the upskilling target until 2025. Amazon announced Upskilling 2025, a $700 million commitment to train about 100,000 US employees by 2025 to help them move into higher paying jobs. Since the launch of Upskilling 2025 in 2019, more than 70,000 employees have participated in Amazon's upskilling programs. Next, Amazon to reimburse travel for abortions. Amazon will pay up to $4,000 in travel expenses annually for employees to undergo abortions and other non-life-threatening medical treatments. The company already pays about $10,000 in annual travel reimbursements for urgent, life-threatening medical issues. Moving on to the next example of Starbucks. First, Starbucks employee discount. Starbucks employees discount comes in at a very solid 30% off. That means the employees get a 30% discount on all drinks when they are not working as well as on their retail merchandise. Next, from Starbucks, is the free tuition. Via the Starbucks College Achievement Plan, employees are eligible for free tuition to Arizona State University via their 4-year online bachelor degree program. Starbucks reimburses any tuition cost not covered by the need-based financial aid and giving it directly in the paycheck near the end of the semester. And the final example of Gymshark. Gymshark's Innovation Hub for Employees. In 2019, Gymshark launched a 55,000 square feet innovation hub in Solihull, which entails a $5 million creative studio and a fitness center focusing on employee well-being. The former warehouse facility has been split into several spaces dedicated to a variety of activities. It took 22 weeks to transform the facility into a vast studio space, complete with the state-of-the-art gym, high-tech photography studios, and a 100% auditorium. There is also an R&D factory and multiple content studios to support Gymshark's active social media presence. That's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on HRM in retail. These are the list of sources and links referred to for the content in the video. Thank you.